Moving on to the back of the Global R4, I'd like to show you what's going on with the rear engine compartment on the machine. So right now back here, you'll notice we've got two latches. Just pop them open, and the whole back door is hinged. Air shocks hold it up, and you've got 360-degree access to the engine compartment. On the back here, we have a hydraulic oil cooler. The radiator for this machine is actually up front. There's two stainless steel tubes that are delivering the engine coolant to and from that radiator. There's two hydraulic-driven fans up front. Those will pull fresh air in as you're sweeping and driving about every 45 minutes to an hour. They will auto reverse and purge that system of any dust, dirt, and debris that is being built up on those radiators. So the radiator itself is self-cleaning. So this is the hydraulic oil cooler for the machine. Obviously, it's a hydrostatic drive machine, and all the sweep functions are hydrostatic on it. So very important that we keep that fluid nice and cool. We have a nice oil cooler on the back here. You'll notice the fan on the engine that's pulling that fresh air from the front of the machine and sending it to this oil cooler has curved fins on it. The idea is that is designed to take that dust or debris that is inside the engine compartment and shed it to the outside of the housing itself, as opposed to sandblasting it or blasting that dust back through the radiator. Helps to keep it clean and also reduces the wear and tear on that hydraulic oil cooler, keeping it nice, clean, and keeping that hydraulic oil cool for the operation of the machine. I'll point out as well, when this swings out of the way, we do have two proximity switches back here, safety switches. So if you're back here working on the machine and somebody doesn't see you and they try and start the machine up, there's no way to fire this engine up and have any accidents happen. One goes to the engine ignition, one goes to the computer for the engine, so it's a double fail-safe on that. Moving on, we'll talk a little bit about the water pumps. There's two electric diaphragm water pumps that are at the rear of the machine. Again, we have 280-gallon water tank capacity. You've got poly tanks that are back here on either side, saddle tanks interconnected. And then this water system comes with a standard manual purge on it. So if you do have northern climates, you have to dewater the system for winter ice, or you're storing it for a long period of time and you want to just make sure all the water's out of the system. Two plugs you would pull on either side of these the machine to drain any residual that's in the tanks out. You can go ahead and just hit this toggle switch, and it will go ahead without the machine running and purge all that water out of the system, push air through the lines, so you've just dewatered the system. You also have a strainer back here. You can unscrew. This is an inline strainer between the water tanks and the pumps themselves to catch any of the little miscellaneous debris that might be getting into your water supply when you're filling the machine, and make sure that we're not damaging the pumps that way. So again, very easy, quick accessibility to clean that out and check that out. Additionally, back here, you'll notice we've got the DEF system for the machine itself. Obviously, it's Tier 4 final engine, so your DEF, your diesel exhaust fluid fill, is right at the rear. We've got a 5-gallon tank there. Your fill's right here behind this flap. Trying to keep it as nice and clean as possible on that. The DEF system for this machine is through Cummins. It's all together, comes part of that Cummins package and is under that Cummins warranty that's on it. So any issues with the sweeper at all, it's going to your local dealer, unless it's definitely a Cummins issue, in which case your local Cummins service center can handle that. In a lot of instances, your global dealers are certified to work on Cummins too, so always check with them and see, but you very well may have a one-stop shop for your sweeper. The idea with the DEF system on this is that it is designed to regen itself during regular sweeping speeds. Okay, we've done a lot of machines through the years with Cummins. They know that they're going into our sweepers, and they've been really good about having these things programmed. So we don't need to take them out and go and hit highway speeds. There really shouldn't be a need to do any parked or forced regen of the system. You'll be going along, sweeping, driving the machine from location to location, and it will go ahead and do the engine exhaust system will auto regen itself without the need to stop what you're doing and do, like I said, do a forced or a manual regen on that. Lastly here, I'd like to just point out the engine air filter is at the rear as well. So like I said, a lot going on back here, but again, that accessibility, the ease of maintenance, the idea is that you can pop open this door and very quickly gain access to whatever it is you need to inspect, maintain, clean on a regular basis.